Okay. What's today? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I feel compelled to actually go live. Some of you might be watching this later on, but I think it's like really, really important to talk about this particular topic. And by the way, for the people that watch this, if you want to, you probably need to share some of the information I'm going to share. Share it with a neighbor, someone you know that is selling a home. Maybe it's going to be another realtor. This is going to apply for everybody in the Villages, Florida, but it's also going to apply for anybody that is not in the Villages, because I'm going to share with you some basic ideas. Because what I'm getting right now is I'm getting a lot of feedback from agents around the country. I'm getting feedback from agents from our own company, Realty executives in the Villages, and from agents, what they're telling me, what's going on the market, in the street, right? So I think, first things first, what I'm noticing is that our market right now, and I think around the country is very similar, to the 2010 through 2013 market. In the 2010 through the 2013 market, what was going on was we were coming out of a deep recession, and a deep recession that was caused by real estate. The market crashed 2008, 2009. All of that was caused by real estate. That's not what's happening now, but the similarity between this time period, 2024, and what happened, 2010 through 2013, is that we're seeing more inventory on the market. We're seeing homes take a longer time on market, which is different than what we saw 2 to 3 years ago. So there's a little bit of, I'm expecting my home to sell in the Villages in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And by the way, agents, realtors are at fault. The public's at fault. Everybody's at fault on this for not understanding the type of market that we're in, and which is the reason why I'm doing this video, so people can understand what is going on right now. Longer days on market. It might take 30, 60, 90, 120 days. We're seeing longer days on market, not because it's a bad marketplace, because we do have enough demand. That's the difference between now and 2011, 2012. Demand was really low, and there was hardly any buyers in the pipeline. And what I noticed was back then, what we had to do is we had to actually do reverse offers. As a seller, as a listing agent, if we had one showing in 3 weeks, that was like, oh my gosh, we have a showing. It's like big news. So what we had to do is we had to do a reverse offer. We had to, as a seller, let's put together a contract offer, have the seller sign it first, because we had a showing and people sense, oh, we're kind of interested. Well, we would do a reverse offer and say, okay, it's listed at $300,000. We would sell it to you for $290 just to get the conversation going. That's not where we are today, thank goodness, because those were tough times. But we are in a position right now where sellers are like, what are you doing to get my home sold? How come it's taking so long? Why aren't you doing this? How about this? Why don't you do this? And everybody has input as to what you should do as a professional, which I have to say that's a little bit laughable, because I'm getting this from experienced people right now. Experienced realtors are telling me that that sellers are telling them what to do. They need to do this, and they need to do this, and they're not the expert. It's very much like a doctor telling you should do it this way, and you telling the doctor, no, I think we should do it this way. Like, what are we talking about? This is a professional. So when you're picking a realtor, make sure not only how many years they've been in the business, but what are they going to do to get my home sold? What's their experience level as far as number of homes that they've sold, that type of thing. And tell me about your experiences in helping people in a market that might be challenging. Every one of our people are exposed to our workshops on how to work and how to help our sellers get sold in this marketplace. So many things that we need to be looking at. Number one, listen to the professional. Listen to the professional. Like, don't listen to me about fixing your car, but listen to me about what you should do if you want to get your home sold. But not only that, if you want to get your home sold in the next 30, 60, 90 days. what we tell our people is we should be moving at the speed of our owners, whatever that may be. So if the owner doesn't want to move, if they don't want to move, then they don't want to move. Then nothing we can do if you don't want to move, obviously. But let's say you do want to move, but you want to move at a pace where if we sell in September, your realtor does not need to be at a pace where, okay, we need to reduce the price. We need to hurry up. We need to do this. We need to do this, and this. You don't want to move until September. You're not in a hurry. Okay, that's fair. And if you are going to tell your realtor, your agent, that you are not in a hurry, tell them that only if you are really not in a hurry. And don't just say that because you don't trust them enough to tell them, okay, we're really wanting to sell fast, but we don't want to give our house away. Like, you don't want to compromise your position because that's your barrier to protect yourself from an agent that's supposed to be representing you, which is backwards. So if you're having those conversations and you're saying we're in no hurry, but you really are, or you really do want to sell in the next 30 to 45 days, maybe you should revisit that conversation with your professional that should be guiding you through this process. And of course, if you don't trust them, then that's another conversation, right? You need to do something about that. But I think my advice to everybody that is selling at the moment, if you are wanting to sell and move in the next, let's say between now and the end of season, which is, middle of April, right? Just after Easter this year, right? It's 2 months away, by the way. Can't believe it. 2 months from now, you want to sell or close by the middle of April. My advice is listen to your professional or ask your professional realtor. And by the way, if you have questions, you can connect with me as well. 352-572-3796, 352-572-3796 if you need some help with this process, okay, if you need some advice. But if you do want to move over the next 60 days, my advice is get from your realty, hopefully you're using us, Realty Executives, or your real estate professional, and ask them for a new CMA, a new pricing strategy. Like, where are we versus the competition today? Because it might be different today versus when you were listed. If you're not listed, then make sure that your professional comes in with a strategy, not only to how are we going to get your home sold, but also where do we need to be priced at to cause people to not only look at it, and I'm not talking about open house traffic, because open house traffic is mostly abundant. We're talking about real buyer traffic, meaning an agent or a realtor that's going to bring in a real buyer that's interested in buying your home, potentially. That's what I mean by traffic. That's real traffic, by the way, not open house traffic. So let's price it at a place that's going to cause traffic to come in. If you're not getting traffic in the first week or two, and you do want to sell within a 90-day period, you want to close by, or a 60-day period in this case, middle of April or May, then you've got an issue. This is how, this is your self-diagnosis. This is how you check if things are going well when you list your home. If you're not getting traffic and your realtor is properly advertising it on social media or Daily Sun advertising, and you've got proper open houses, they're doing the necessary things, handful of things, 3 to 4 things at least, that are going to help get your home sold. They're giving you the exposure, and nothing is happening. Don't punch your realtor in the face verbally. Well, ask them to come up with a new strategy. What can we do? And it might be, if they're doing these things consistently, then your price is off. And sometimes that's hard to hear. Like, nobody wants to hear, and I understand it, because people, gosh, I've been doing this for a while. I've worked with well over 1,000 sellers myself over my career, and I've coached a lot of people and trained a lot of people now. The real key here is having an honest conversation with yourself, your spouse, whoever's on the deed with you, that, okay, what do we need to do to get this home sold? Because if the agent to the realtor is doing a lot, then it's all about pricing. And sometimes that's a hard conversation because you're like, no, I know my house is worth it. Well, it's not worth it if it's on the market, exposed, people know it's for sale, but the price is here and you're not getting showings. It's not worth it. The market is speaking. It's not us. It's not like, oh, there's something we can do. There's no secret pill. There's no secret, there's this secret thing that we can do this that we haven't done before that's going to make your home sell. Now, maybe we need to paint. Maybe there's, staging or design. There might be some things there that can improve the look. We should have professional marketing, professional pictures, video, blah, 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 all those kind of things. But putting that aside, if there's nothing you could do with your home to make it look better, then basically it's price. And that's a tough conversation. Our agents are trained to do that. It's still a tough conversation for them to actually have that conversation sometimes because, a lot of times sellers will be like, no, we're not going to do it. Well, it makes it hard for us to have an honest conversation with someone if the seller or the client is, berating the other person. I mean, this is a life relationship thing, by the way, but not going down that rabbit hole. But, just know that if you're not getting the showings, it's definitely the price. It's definitely the price. And even if it's, even if there's, you got a power line behind you or the furniture is not in place or it's the paint and blah, 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 whatever, it's still price. Now, you can improve the amount of money that you get by making it look prettier. Yes, but know that it's price. And I think that's the biggest takeaway I want for everybody right now. And share this, by the way. My advice is, look, if you know someone that is thinking about selling that needs to hear this, then bring them here, have them watch. They can connect with me, 352-572-3796, 352-572-3796, or they can just watch this video and hopefully this helps. I'm hoping this helps. So share it, like it, subscribe, all of that stuff. Hope everybody got something out of this. If you did, that's great. That makes me happy. All right. So happy Thursday, everybody. We'll be doing some more updates on what's going on and we'll talk soon. Take care.